I tell you, don't get no respect at all. I want to know one thing, all right, what the fuck is going on here, huh? Hey, good crowd, good crowd. And you know me, I love crowds. When I was a kid, my house was always crowded, always people around. You know, I come big old-fashioned, hard-working, stupid family. That's what I come from. What a dumb family I got. Looked up my family tree, I found out I'm the sap. My old man, he was dumb too, my old man. He worked in a bank that caught him stealing pens. Pens. Come on, move it along, will you? I mean, my family's always been mixed up. Why? In the Civil War, my great-grandfather, he fought for the West. Tell you, I can't relax, you know? But the other night, I felt like having a few drinks. I went over to the bartender. I said, surprise me. He showed me a naked picture of my wife. Now, well, my wife, there's always something. The other day, I called her up. I said, honey, I've been thinking about the last time we had sex. I'm getting excited. She said, who is this? No, well, my wife, I got no sex life. She cut me down to once a month. Oh, I'm lucky. 2 guys I know she cut out completely. And I tell you, my wife and I, we never have sex. We get undressed. We can't stop laughing, you know? The other night I told her, I said, don't laugh behind my back. She said, I won't. The funny stuff's on the other side, you know? Hey, good laugher here, baby. How you doing? Love a guy with a good laugh. You all right, buddy, huh? Where you from, bud? Oh, really? You city slicker. I come from a small town myself. I was born in Babylon, Long Island. Ever hear of that place, anybody? No, but Babylon's a small town, I'll tell you that. A local pawnbroker has 1 ball there. It's a small town. The local hooker's a virgin over there. But one thing about Babylon, the population never changes. Every time a kid is born, some guy leaves town, you know? I'm in a good mood, though, I'll tell you that. I just signed a big contract with General Motors for 3 years. I bought a new car. I always get stuck when I buy a car. The salesman always says she's a beauty. He never says he's a beauty, and I found out why. Because the car and the girl are very much alike. I mean, with either one, a car or a girl, how many times in a cold morning when you really need it, it won't turn over, you know? There's love in the room here, that's all right. There's too much hate in the world today. The trouble with me is I'm too easygoing. Like last night I had dinner in a Chinese restaurant. I opened my fortune cookie. Inside was a guy's check next to me. And I said to my buddy, I got your check. He said, thanks. I mean, it's wise guys. Why? I checked in a hotel. I asked the bellhop to handle my bag. He started to fill up my wife. I mean, I said to my buddy, you told you could play around with my wife. He said, everybody. But I like to pack up once in a while, get away on vacation. Went to Europe last year, in Paris. Any of you folks been to Paris? How about Pennsylvania? Now, when I was in Paris, went to a place called the Crazy Horse Saloon. Little French girl saw me there. She looked at me, she said, you're cute. And then she told me your American men are the best lovers. And then she said, of all the American men, the comedians are the best lovers. And I walked away. I figured I was too good for her. Who the hell needs that, you know? She's a lovely girl, though. She told me she was a world traveler. And then she told me what a trip cost, and I told her we live in 2 different worlds. But she was a wild girl, a very wild girl. She made me French toast. Her tongue got caught in a toaster. You kidding? She was a wild girl. And she's a tattoo in her thigh says merging traffic. Really a wild girl, know what I mean? In fact, when I met her, she was doing push-ups in a cucumber garden. She was a very wild girl. I mean, I'm talking about a wild girl here, you know what I mean? How wild? When she eats a banana, it gets bigger. Okay, you wild girl, now you take it easy, huh? And that night took me to a wild party. I played a new version of Russian roulette. We passed around 6 girls, and one of them had VD. But she was a lovely girl. She was French and English. She told me there was some German in her, and once in a while, some Italian. But people say to me, what do you like about a girl? Goes, legs, you a leg man, you a breast man, you an ass man. I don't know, I figure, man, I must be an ass man, you know? Yeah, people always say to me, you're an ass, man. I'll tell you what's embarrassing. You see a great ass, you follow it, it turns out to be a guy. Now, but Europe was nice. I was in Switzerland, too. I saw the Alps, a wonderful family. When I was in England, English people are weird. I told a cab driver I'd like to see the Queen. He told me later on he'll meet me for a drink, you know. Am I too fast for this whole section over here? What is it, huh? I mean, yesterday was a beauty. I asked the cab driver, when can I get some action? He took me to my house. There's a lot of things going on around my house. The other night in front of my house, I saw a guy jogging naked. I said to him, how come? He said, because you came home early. I mean, the last week I really got stuck. I went to a discount massage parlor. It was self-service. I tell you, my sex life is nothing anyway. You kidding? The only time I have sex and my doctor tells me to cough. And I told the girl from Allstate, what I want to put in your hands, you'll never sell me insurance. I got no sex life. You kidding? But to me, a sex change is one hand to the other. I mean, I'm not a sexy guy. Every time I go to a health spa, I get sympathetic looks from guys with big dicks. Well, this morning when I put on my underwear, I could hear the Fruit of the Loom guys giggling. You kidding? A cop arrested me for flashing, took me to small claims court. You kidding? I know I'm not sexy. I mean, a girl saw me naked. She asked me if there was a finder's fee. Oh, I had sex with one girl. She broke her birth control pill in half, you know. Forget about it. I'll tell you the whole story. I remember I said to her, let's go for the whole 9 yards. She said, let's be accurate. We'll go for the 1.5 inches. Sex, you kid. I was with a hooker. I dropped my pants. She dropped her price. I'm telling you what's that, all right? You know when you're not sexy, all right? I went to a nude beach. They told me to park in a handicap section. I found out in Chinese my name means come quick. When I was 10 years old, they gave me the bad news. I had smallpox. My wife, she didn't help either. I asked her to shorten my pants, took in the crotch. I tell you, I figured out I'm bisexual. I have sex twice a year. A lot of guys, they don't make sense either. Reading the paper, a man attacks a woman 60 years old. It's the same penalty attack a girl 20. Just a passing thought, nothing serious, that's okay. Nah, but some guys, they do anything to get girls. I was trying to get girls well. I was taking my dog for a walk. I figured some girls say, oh, what a cute dog. But finally you start talking, you get the girl. Didn't work out, my dog was too smart, you know. He was using me to other dogs. No, but dogs are smart, really are. I mean, the guy meets a girl, is not sure if he likes her, takes her out a few times, spends all kinds of money. A dog don't do this. Dog is out with one smell. She's for me, no, that smells right away, you know. I tell you, dogs, they have their own way of looking at things, you know. When a dog sees another dog, he figures, if I can't fuck it, I'll fight it, you know? But I don't look for girls when I'm not a kid. I'm getting older now. I know I'm getting older. I'm at the age now while I'm brushing my teeth, I can talk to someone. Oh, come on, think we. I'm trying to work with you here for crying out loud. I'm getting older. My age, to me, shooting up means the enema bag. I mean old. Well, I told my wife, I want to die in bed. She said, again? You know when you're getting old, you get certain signs. I walked past a cemetery, 2 guys ran after me with shovels. My last birthday cake, I couldn't blow out the candles. The heat drove me back. Oh, you kidding? I saw my picture in a funeral home with a sign, coming soon. I mean, you know when you're getting over, crying out loud. I took a vacation, went to Mexico. I got the walks. Walks. Hello, what happened here again now, huh? I mean, if I hear someone goes both ways, I figure it's number 1 and number 2. You know, I played a slot machine, 3 prunes came up. That's a good sign, too, you know. I mean, this town, you gotta go broke. They got slot machines all over, even in supermarkets. But a container of milk cost me $238. I mean, I'm never lucky at gambling. Last week at the track, I shot off the opening gun. They killed my horse. I'll tell you my trouble. I got the wrong doctor. You know my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombox. Know my doctor? Figured I saw him last week. I told him, Doc, every day I wake up, I look in the mirror, I want to throw up. What's wrong with me? He said, I don't know, but your eyesight is perfect. Oh, he's a strange doctor. I told him, I think my wife has VD. He gave himself a shot of penicillin for crying out loud. Very strange doctor. No matter where it hurts you, he wants to kiss it, make it better. After he checked me for a hernia, I had to change my phone number. Oh, what a doctor. He's really mixed up. He grabbed my knee and told me to cough and he hit me in the balls with a hammer. What a doctor, you kidding? Well, he told me to bend over and stick my own finger up my ass for crying out loud. Actually, I'll tell you, it's the same as a doctor's finger. Only now I don't smile. And he didn't help me lose weight either. He told me to run 5 miles a day for 2 weeks. I called him up and said, Doc, I'm 70 miles from my house. My dentist, too, that's another one. My teeth were all getting yellow. He told me to wear a brown necktie. And he told me I got a big bone loss. I said, you too? My wife told me the same thing, you know? What a dentist. He found a new way to hide his bad breath. He holds up his arms. What a dentist. You kidding? He used to be a gynecologist. He looks in my mouth. He tells me to spread my arms. Does anybody over here know what the hell I'm talking about at all? Oh, last week was a rough week. Are you kidding? I saw my psychiatrist. I told him, Doc, I keep thinking I'm ugly. He told me to lay on the couch, face down. You kid, I know I'm ugly. I asked the bartender to make me a zombie. He told me God beat him to it. I stuck my head out the window, got arrested for mooning. You know when you're ugly, all right. Halloween, I opened the front door, kids give me candy. Last Halloween, a kid tried to pull my face off. And my kids, they flip a coin to see who has to kiss me goodnight. Ugly, I'm telling you, my dog closes his eyes before he humps my leg. I'm telling you what's that. We're trying to work it out, for crying out loud. That's all right, I'll tell you the whole story, all right? I was an ugly kid, too. I told my old man, he never took me to the zoo. He said, if they want you, they'll come and get you. Very ugly kid. In my sandbox, a cat kept covering me up all the time, you know? For Halloween, we never had a pumpkin. It made me stand in the window. What a childhood I had. My mother never breastfed me. She told me she liked me as a friend. My old man, he didn't like my looks either. He carried around a picture of the kid who came with the wallet. My old man, he made me sleep in the kitchen naked to get rid of the roaches. I told him I want a bubble bath. He brought the water to a boil. My old man never liked me. He told me to go in the backyard and play hide and go fuck yourself. My old man told me this, you know that? We got a drink of water. Good crowd out there. Good crowd, I'll tell you that. All right. All right, okay. My God. I haven't been so popular since I owed money. In my life, I owed plenty of money. Been broke most of my life. For years, I was picking up the phone and acting surprised. The check came back. Today, I'm doing all right. I got a few bucks. And I made my money the hard way. 2 4s. Little joke for the dice players, huh? But you're a nice crowd, all right? In fact, you're so nice, you make me feel like a kid again. The last time I did that, I got arrested for gay walking. By the way, stick around for the fight. We're not going to pay the band, you know. But you're a nice crowd, all right. You're a classy crowd, I know that. There's 2 tractors parked outside. Well, I was out with a classy girl a few weeks ago. Yeah, she puts her hand over her mouth when she farts. You know what class is? You're alone and you fart. You say, excuse me. A lot of women act so classy. Never say I'm going to the bathroom. I have to powder my nose. If that's what her nose is, you're in a lot of trouble, I'll tell you that. No, but a touch of class is nice, I'll tell you that. Well, I'll tell you what class is. When you step out of the shower to take a leak, that's class. And you really want to know what class? If a wet dream, you leave $50 on the table. That's class. All right, baby, all right. And I'm glad you're a good crowd. Big producer here tonight from Sausalito. Ooh, that's a great word if you're gay, isn't it? Sausalito. A lot of S's and T's in it. I got a cousin who's gay. I always kid him. I tell him in the family tree, he's in the fruit section, you know. My cousin went to London. He was so disappointed. He found out Big Ben was a clock. But I knew my cousin was gay. We were kids. He used to suck my thumb. But being gay can happen to anyone. You're kidding? It could happen to you. It could happen to you. Oh, it did happen to you. Hi there. You're a good sport, so you're all right. But it's good to see you back in men's clothes again, I'll tell you that. Oh, what can I tell you, folks? It's tough to be funny when you're coming off Prozac. Tough to relax, you kid. I tried marijuana once, too. Just once, that's all. I didn't know what I was doing. I was on cocaine. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't snort cocaine. I just like the way it smells, that's all. And kids today, they're into cocaine. Kids today, they don't want to read about Snow White. They want to shove it up their nose. Well, kids are wild today. In my kids' class, the teacher said, form a double line. They all got high. Double line, they got high. Am I talking to myself over here? I tried marijuana, I got too hungry. Ooh, I was so hungry, I smoked a half a joint and I ate the other half. I was starving, you know? I mean, sometimes you turn to drugs, life's pressure is too much for you. My whole life is pressure. This pressure is like a heaviness. Always on top of me, this heaviness since I'm a kid. Other people wake up in the morning, new day, up and at 'em. I wake up, the heaviness is right there waiting for me, nice. And sometimes I even talk to it and I say, hi, heaviness. And heaviness looks back at me, today you're gonna get it good, you know. You'll be drinking early today. And I don't want to drink, I'm a bad drinker. When I drink the next day, I gotta do two things. I'm trying to locate my car, and I gotta bring back the car I took. I'm a bad drinker. Bad drinker, you know you're drunk when you take a leak in your flyers and open. Are you kidding, for crying out loud? I drink too much, way too much. I gave my doctor a urine specimen. There was an olive in it. I mean, when I drink, I don't know what I'm doing. I got loaded in the body, and I thought to myself, hey, I'll make an obscene phone call, you know? I got in the phone loaded. I said, babies, I'd with you right now. I'd show you sex. I'd give it to you real good. I was talking to my son. I got loaded here one night, too. I shot dice. I lost $1,000. I got even, though I stole 400 sweet and lows. They got gambling in the city now, too. Huh? Gambling's popping up all over the country. How do you like that? How many people here think the whole country should have gambling? How many think the whole country should not have gambling? How many here don't give a shit? You know, you look like a don't give a shit crowd, you know? You don't give a shit about nothing, huh? Well, I don't give a shit either, all right? Well, let's have some action here. Everybody, take a leak in the guy in front of you. Go ahead, all right? What I tell you, huh? You figure life out, will you?
What do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living? I get guys for your sister, okay? Don't be a wise guy. Just remember, never fuck around with a comic who can't get laid, okay? Because I don't need this, you know. Chippendales wants me. What was I talking about? Gambling. I like to gamble. I can lose a few bucks. I'm doing okay. As a kid, I had nothing. I was poor. I was so poor, my rich aunt died. In a will, I owed her $20. My aunt died. It was pitiful. She was an atheist. She was lying there, all dressed up, no place to go. When I was a kid, I was poor, very poor. Well, if I wasn't born a boy, I would have had nothing to play with, you know? We were poor in our house. We couldn't afford mirrors. My family kept saying the same thing to me. Oh, you should see what the fuck you look like. Holy shit, you know? We were poor. In our Christmas tree, we had no tinsel. We used to wait for Grandpa to sneeze. You know? What's wrong with that? It's a funny line. Don't give me that bullshit, all right? Now, what do you want? Your money back? Fungu, you got screwed. That's it, okay? I've been through enough in my life. I met Santa Claus. That was a beauty, too. I sat in his lap. His fly was open. What a present he gave me. As a kid, I had plenty of pimples, too. I fell asleep in the library. I woke up, a blind man was reading my face. I mean, I went through plenty. When the first time I hitchhiked, I got beat up. I used the wrong finger. No, what kids today is different. They got it too good. I told my kids, someday you'll have children of your own. He said, so will you. I tell you, my kid, he drives me nuts. Well, he put crazy glue in my preparation H. My preparation H, that don't work either. The only thing that shrunk was my index finger. 2, 3, 4, you're not gonna fuck up my timing, okay? My daughter, too, she's no bargain either. In public school, she was voted most likely to conceive. On her graduation book, her picture was horizontal. Yeah, she flunked her driver's test, couldn't get used to the front seat, you know? My daughter, they call her Federal Express. Here, when she's in the guy's apartment, she absolutely, positively has to be there overnight. Oh, one night she came home, she had rice in her hair, thought she got married. A Chinaman threw up on her. When you're alone, no need for starry skies. That's the trouble with kids today. They play around so young, very young. Today they got birth control pills shaped like Fred Flintstone. You talk to some kids, though, they're afraid to have sex. They're scared. I mean, the first time I had sex, I was scared. Who was I scared? I was all alone. I'll tell you one thing, though. I got good-looking kids. My kids are good-looking, I'll tell you that. Thank God my wife cheats on me, you know? No, I know my wife cheats on me. Every time I come home, the parrot says, quick, out the window. I got a dog, too. He drives me nuts. I got a dumb dog. You know, we call him Egypt. Every room he leaves a pyramid. What a dumb dog. Every time he sees me, it's a love affair at my leg. I'm getting to like it, too, I'll tell you that. But the other night I came home loaded, I was looking for his leg. Ooh, was I drunk that night. That night I was so drunk a mosquito bit me, then it flew into a wall. What was I talking about? My dog, yes. He wants me to mate him. I wouldn't mate him, let him go through what I go through. I'll tell you, nothing works out. My car broke down, too. I got a car, got nothing but trouble with it. Every Sunday I take my family out for a push. I went out last week, I bought the perfect second car, tow truck. And the last time my wife took the car, she cracked it up. She hit a deer, was in a zoo. Well, the other day she got home, she told me there's water in the carburetor. I said, where's the car? She said, in the lake. Well, my wife isn't too smart, you know. I gave her a toy poodle. She killed it, putting batteries in it. We're having sex. I told her to get on top. She got my shoulders. My wife is dumb. Are you kidding? You want to know how dumb she is? The other night we're having an orgy. I yelled out, switch. She put the lights on. My wife is fucking dumb, I tell you. You want to know how fucking dumb she is? It takes her an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes. She's fucking dumb, I tell you. I tell you, nobody has it easy, nobody. You know, I feel sorry for short people. When it rains, they're the last ones to know about it. Although I tell you, sometimes around short people, I get very uncomfortable. Like the last time I went to a health spa, I was standing there naked. And the very short guy told me I looked terrific. This short guy, he made me nervous. He had soap in his eyes and he shook hands at me. I got stuck last week too. I bought a waterbed. There were two Cuban guys swimming it looking for Florida. I mean, today's been a terrible day. Got up this morning, picked up my shirt, a button fell off. My briefcase, the handle fell off. I'm afraid I got to the bathroom. Tell you, nothing works out. I asked a hooker for a hand job. She gave me a manicure. Hey, you want to have some laughs? Do what I do. I take a porno movie and run it backwards. That way you see the hooker give back the money, you know? A hooker, what a business that is. That's the best business there is, being a hooker, you know that? I mean, you got it, you sell it, you still got it. How am I sweating for? I got the job. I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. Just a hobby. I work here for laughs. I make my money at my regular job. I sing the national anthem at cockfights. MGM Hotel, big deal. What do you say we bust up this joint? Bust it wide open, for crying out loud, huh? You're kidding. All the gambling they got here. They don't make any money in the gambling. The gambling's all a front for the coffee shop. Now, this is quite a place, the MGM. Big place, big place. How many people work here? 1 out of 4. Now, when I started in shows, I worked only tough places. Places like Fonzo's Knuckle Room, Aldo's, formerly Vito's, formerly Nunzio's. Ooh, that was a tough place, Nunzio's. I sat down to eat, and the menu that had broken leg of lamb. I looked at my finger bowl. There were 3 fingers in it. And Nunzio, he was tough. He said to me, kid, you want to go hunting? I said, okay, I'm game, and he shot me. And showbiz is tough, too, I'll tell you that, boy, what a racket. You don't know what you go through in showbiz. Sometimes I think back of all the women I had to sleep with to get where I got, you know? Oh, I met a new agent last week, a woman agent. She asked me if I had an 8x10. I told her if I had an 8x10, I wouldn't have to work anymore. I don't believe all the stories here with all the girls guys getting showbiz. It's all bullshit. The last few months, the closest I came to a blowjob, the other night a girl said to me, "When do you leave me alone?" I never got girls, and I was a kid in showbiz either. One girl told me, come on over, there's nobody home. I went over, there was nobody home. And this girl was no bargain either. She was fat. She got in the scale. A card came out, said one at a time. Fat, you kidding? She used a shower cap for a diaphragm. Well, she tried computer dating. The machine messed her up with Detroit. Fat, you kidding? She was on a Richard Simmons show jumping up and down. My TV fell off the stand. I mean, I'm talking about a fat girl here, know what I mean? How fat? She was standing alone. A cop told her to break it up. Okay, fat, I'm telling you. I put my hand in her blouse. I felt the chin. Fat, you kidding? Have sex with her, you gotta slap her thigh and ride the wave in. I mean fat, know what I mean? This girl was fat and ugly. Ooh, she ugly. She was known as a two-bagger. That girl who's so ugly, you go out with her, you put a bag over your head in case the bag over her head breaks. She was ugly. Ugly chick. I took her to the beach. They asked me what I used for bait. Kidding, I gave her a hickey. I got fur in my mouth. I took her to a dog show. She won. I mean, ugly. With two guys broke in her apartment, she yelled rape. They yelled, no! And that's how ugly she was. That's okay. Who came in? What happened here? That's okay. You know what I can't figure out? I can't figure out when I see ugly people taking pictures of each other. No, but looks don't mean nothing. I got a niece, an ugly girl. She got married. She's happy. She married an ugly guy, you know. Today they got two very ugly kids. In fact, they're all so ugly in the family album, they only keep the negatives. I'm not waiting for you, okay? Well, it's nice to hear you laugh, I'll tell you that, because rather there's no laughs. I live in New York in a bad neighborhood. Well, the first day I moved in, I asked a cop, I said, how long I walked to the subway? He said, I don't know, so far no one ever made it. It's a bad, tough neighborhood. You have no idea how tough this neighborhood is. How tough? I'll tell you how tough it is. It's so tough in the library, they got a sign there that says, shut the fuck up. That's how tough it is, okay? I'm glad to see you appreciate sophisticated humor. You want to stop crime, you got to have big penalties. I was in charge of that. Big penalties. Jaywalking, 5 to 10 years. Adultery, life imprisonment. Masturbation, oh, just a warning. Now, there's crime all over. I bought my wife a rape whistle. She said, don't work, no one shows up. My wife can't do nothing right. Are you kidding? I took her to the ballet. She forgot the sandwiches. My wife's always gave me trouble. My bachelor party, she was in the movie. The day we got married, everybody was crying. During the ceremony, her mother cried. Got to the hotel, she cried. She got undressed, I cried. And with my wife, it's tough to stay married. The other night, I told her, you never tell me when you have an orgasm. She said, you're never around. Oh, last night she told me she wants to try something wild. She tied me to the bed. Then she put her clothes on and went out. I'll tell you, my wife, she believes in oral sex. All I hear is, fuck you. You kidding? The only time I hear my wife yell, I'm coming, is when I'm holding the elevator. Although I tell you, I really shouldn't tell jokes about my wife. She's attached to a machine that keeps her alive, the refrigerator. I tell you, get married, look for a good cook, okay? The sex will wear off, but you'll always be hungry. My wife can't cook either. My house, we pray after we eat. She gave my kid alphabet soup. We spelled out help. I bought a pressure cooker. Now we eat off the ceiling. Last night she made chocolate mousse and antler got stuck in my throat. What a lousy cook. How can toast have bones? And I don't think meatloaf should glow in the dark. Why, in my kitchen, the roaches are anorexic. Last week, the garbage disposal threw up. She can't cook at all. In my backyard, the flies chipped in to fix the screen door. I know a lot of fucking jokes. All right, hey. What a crowd, huh? Yeah, a lot of people are lonely. It's tough to stay married. A lot of people are lonely but afraid of falling in love and getting hurt. Who wants to get hurt and love? They'd rather stay lonely. I'm lonely too. I was in my apartment, I sit in my apartment lonely. I noticed a fly in the room. I became friends with the fly, you know? I was kidding around with the fly, having a good time. It was beautiful. Then I opened the window, and the fly left me for some horse shit. I'm getting very confused. Hey, you want to confuse a guy? Join him while he's taking a leak in the street. Anybody got any drugs here, perhaps? Arrest those people. You get older, you turn to drugs, you can't make life straight anymore. You get older, it gets tough. Are you kidding? You get older, you see the whole finish coming. Life's a short trip, you'll find out. You were 17 yesterday, you'll be 50 tomorrow. You get older, doctors tell you don't smoke, don't drink, eat certain foods. At my age, what can I look forward to? Well, from this point on, if I take excellent care of myself, I'll get very sick and die. Life is tough, are you kidding? What do you think life is? Moonlight and canoes? That's not life, that's in the movies. Life is fear and tension and worry and disappointment. Life, I'll tell you what life is. Life is having a mother-in-law who sucks and a wife who don't. That's what life is. I think I'm flipping out. You get older, you don't care what you say. Well, I told you I'm getting old. When I say it's down 40 degrees, I'm not talking about the weather. Okay, my sex life's like shooting pool with a rope. Well, to me, a blowjob is when the soup is too hot. You get older, they call them the golden years, the golden years. That means you go to the bathroom 5 times a night. That's the golden years. When your toes outnumber your teeth, that's the golden years. When a daily double is prune juice and an enema, that's the golden years. You get older, they say the first thing that goes is the mind. I say they miss by 3 feet, you know? Golden years. When you're pissing your pants, you think you're coming. That's the golden years too, all right? Golden years. You kidding? In this world, anything could happen. I'm not a kid anymore. I could go tomorrow. And I hope I go tomorrow. I haven't gone today yet. No, I wish I was home in slippers, relaxing, creating hatred in the family. You know when you're really old? When your family talks about you in front of you. Ever see those families? The guy's sitting right there. What do you want to do with Pop? Pop can't stay here. And Pop just sits there dribbling. Now, Harry, put Pop in the garage. We have company coming, okay? That's when you're old. Suddenly, I'm depressed. Full of hate. And I get my hate out the way a lot of people do. I watch television. When I'm watching television, and I got that remote in my hand, that's when I get my hate out. What kind of shit is this, huh? Get a fucking job. He sucks. Take the weather and shove it up your ass, all right? Fuck you, I say yes to drugs, all right? Can I tell you, folks, I'm very ill. You know the trouble with me? I appeal to everyone who can do me absolutely no good. That's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all. Are you kidding? Nothing. No respect at all. Well, last week my house was on fire. My wife told the kids, be quiet. You wake up Daddy. No respect at all. Well, Siskel and Ebert caught my act. They gave me one finger up. I don't get no respect from anyone. I try to join Masturbators Anonymous. They told me to jerk off. And I tell you, I can't take it no more. I was in a Chinese restaurant. They named the dish after me. One dumb fuck. I hope you had a few laughs. Thank you very much. Thank you. You really, I'm getting jungle sounds here. You're a great crowd, really are a great crowd. And I don't know what to say, really. This is the first time I ever got this far. But the last time I was here in Las Vegas, a lot of folks sent me letters and postcards. And those of you who took the time to write, I'd just like to say the same to you. But I'll be back here again next winter. Overheard the boss talking before the show. He said it'll be a cold day before I play this guy again, you know? No, but I'll tell you, things are going real good for me, real good. I just finished my first book. Now I'm going to read another one. And I solved my drinking problem. I joined Alcoholics Anonymous. And I still drink. I use a different name, that's all. You know how people say to me, hey, Rodney, you talk about girls, your wife, you're single, you're married, what's your story? I'm married. I got married about 1.5 years ago, that's the truth. And I found myself a good woman. I got a woman who loves me for my money and my fame and not for what I am. No, she's a lovely girl. Her name is Joan. She comes from Utah. She's a Mormon. That's right. Yes, a Mormon. And I'm very, very happy with her, very happy. In fact, next week I'm marrying her sister. And I got my eye on her brother, too. Now, I was single for years. For years, as they say, I was playing the field. Or to be more accurate, I was playing with myself in the field. But when I got married, one thing didn't make sense to me. You know, the guy said to me, you may kiss the bride. After what I've already done to the bride, he tells me I can kiss her, you know? Before I got married, there was plenty of girls I could have married. There was one girl I wanted to marry. Remember her? She said, we should get married. She said, we think alike. We like the same things. I told her, I don't like to suck dick. What the hell are you talking about, huh? Oh, another girl I knew, we used to have phone sex together. I didn't like it. She loved it. I'd take the phone, I'd stick it up her ass. She loved it, you know? But I was married before. I got 2 children. I got a boy in college. I'm happy about that. Now I get decent drugs. Now, I'll tell you the truth, folks. I say no to drugs. When people ask me for some of my drugs, I say no. I got a boy in college. He's majoring and fucking up over there. That's what he's doing. My kid is dumb, too, I'll tell you that. He got his girlfriend pregnant. He's suing Saran Wrap. My kid's girlfriend, she's a beauty. She majors in business psychology. For $100, she'll blow your mind. Maybe I shouldn't talk this way, you know. Most of you out there, I'm old enough to be your father. There's a few of you out there, I am your father. But I want to tell you, it's really a thrill to be here with my group, I'll tell you that. Been together for 22 years. 22 years we worked together, lived together, balled together. No girls, just the 4 of us. Over here we have my pianist, arranger, composer, conductor, and friend, Singe. And that's Buzz, he's on drums, among other things. And right behind me is my sax man, Styles Bitchley. Ooh, thank you, Styles. And Lionel, he's outside painting a bus. 22 years, they stuck with me when the times were lean. We worked every honky-tonk town in the country, ate in sleazy hamburger joints, slept in dumpy hotels. 22 years, they stuck with me. I mean, to you, they're just another trio, but to me, they're fucking idiots. That's what they are to me. You don't believe me, huh? Tell them what you are.
We're fucking idiots!
4 hours to rehearse that goddamn line. Would you believe that? They drove home last night rehearsing. We're fucking idiots. We are fucking idiots. We are fucking idiots. We're fucking idiots. I got but lovely girls here tonight. Everyone's looking for love, a lifetime of deep love. I'm looking for a shallow half hour. Good-looking guys, too. A few gay boys I noticed in the audience. I like gay guys. I wish more guys were gay. In fact, my perfect world, every man should be gay, except me. Would I be a busy fellow? Now, there's no gay in me at all. The idea of me making love to a guy turns me off. Never happened, never happened. Maybe Tom Cruise, I don't know. Oh, he's a sexy guy, Tom Cruise. You got no idea how sexy he is, boy. Tom Cruise is so sexy, when he jerks off, the girl he's thinking of comes. Women my age, I can't get sexy with. I remember I took out an older woman once, and she was old. How old? She was so old when she went to school, they didn't have history. I mean, Lincoln took off on her birthday. I mean, old. I told her to act her age, she died. But with girls, who makes the rules? You take a girl out on the first date, no, you can't kiss me, no. No, first date, no kiss, no, nothing on the first date, nothing. The second date, she'll bang you, bang your friend's golden shower, make a fist, that's the second date, but nothing on the first date. By the way, I found out in Canada, they only have sex doggy style, you know. That way they can both watch the hockey game. You don't know who to believe anymore, you know. They say a woman is more beautiful when she's pregnant. Not to the guy who knocked her up, I'll tell you that, huh? Then they tell you, love thy neighbor as thyself. What am I supposed to do, jerk him off too? Oh, yesterday I had an experience. I was in a gym, a guy kept looking at me and looking at me. I said to him, look, if you keep staring at my dick, I'm gonna hit you with it. He said, promises, promises. But I got a date tonight with a lovely girl from Germany, a lovely girl. She's a virgin too, Elsa Goodentight. And we met. In fact, last year in the Alps, she was voted queen of beef fondue. Ooh, thank you, Buzz, you're wild tonight. Buz's a good boy, he was raised right here in Las Vegas many times. Well, folks, I have no finish, so I guess I'll just get naked for you. What the hell? Oh, I'm sorry, I lost my head. I'm just trying to prove once again that little things mean a lot. But you've been a Jim Dandy crowd. I do have run along. I have so many important things to do. I got nothing to do. I think I'll go backstage and hang out with the debris. Maybe I'll stand outside the ladies' room for a while. Hey, honey, you know me? Or perhaps there's some lovely young lady here who'd give me a kiss to my tie. Look how they're rushing up here, my God, huh? Kiss for a tie, okay? Come on up, baby. All right, kiss for a tie. Here we go, okay? All right. Just steps right over there. That's good. How do you do, huh? My God, there's enough there for the three of us. Me, you, and me again, you know that? What's your name, honey?
Colleen.
Coney, really, huh? You're a lovely girl, all right. Pick a number from 1 to 10, quick.
7.
You win. Take off all your clothes. You'll get this out. What kind of work you do, honey?
I'm a student.
You're a student. You don't make no money at all, huh?
No.
Well, you want to make $14? That includes me, the trio, 4 guys who clean up, and that horny section right over there, huh? Well, sounds pretty good to me, honey. A kiss for a tie, okay. I want to be very gentle, nice, and easy, okay? You can keep the tie, honey. And I'll keep a memory. That's your boyfriend there? Oh, you can take her home. She's ready now. That's all right. I'm ready too. Is there a young, small, fat boy here somewhere? Those old days keep coming back, you know. Oh, she was a lovely girl, yes. I knew it was love at first sight. She was sitting there in the Golden Gate Bridge, dangling her feet in the water. She was a tall girl. Thank you so much, Billy. Well, what can I tell you? You're a great crowd, you really are. And I got a big dressing room back there. What do you say? After the show, everybody back for a drink. What the hell, all right? Okay, back for a drink, good. And when you come backstage, if some bouncer tries to stop you, you just tell him, hey, Rodney invited me back for a few drinks, you big stupid bastard. That's what you tell him, huh? I wouldn't lie to you. I believe people have faith, have trust. You know the greatest trust in the world? 2 cannibals having oral sex. But that's it, folks, the end of the line. And I'll tell you, I can't get lucky, you know that? I'm sitting on top of the world, and I got hemorrhoids. I got arthritis, too. That's the beauty of arthritis. You get stiff in every place except the place you need it. Going backstage now, I want to take a shower, maybe get lucky with the soap. Did you hear about the Polish guy and the Italian guy went hunting? They saw this gorgeous chick. The Italian guy said, "Ooh, I like to eat her." So the Polish guy shot her. Look how I ended up at my age, sweating, telling dirty Polish jokes. I should be out in the town drinking, looking for rich gay guys. I have a new joke for you. The difference between medium and rare. This is medium, and this is rare. Which brings up the old question, in sex, is a big dick important? The answer is no. In sex, a big dick means nothing. Ask any guy with a small dick. But what they do say is, though, you can usually tell a man who has a small dick by his name. And a lot of guys are in bad shape. Guys like Tiny Tim, Rich Little, Martin Short, Pee Wee Herman, he's in trouble, I'll tell you that. Hey, here's one for you, Dick Van Dyke. He don't know what he is. But boys, whether you build small, big, it makes no difference. You want to make your wife scream during sex, you wipe your dick on the curtains. What can I tell you, huh? How big is my dick? Don't you remember? I'll tell you what, I'll show you how big my dick is. Move back. You kid, years ago I had a penis transplant. It cost me plenty. You kidding? I'm still paying off that black guy. But if the truth be told, my dick is 4 inches. But some girls like it that wide. Hey, I can take a classy place like this and turn it right into a shithouse. I got a knack, huh? Now, I know what you're saying to yourself. Look at that guy. How did he make it in showbiz? I'll tell you how I made it. I went to showbiz's parties, met big people, and I sucked and I kissed ass. That's how I made it. But I wouldn't lie to you. Gutter acts come out here and say my favorite place to work is Las Vegas. And the audience here tonight is the best audience in the whole world. Bullshit. I can't wait to get the fuck out of here, okay? I'll see you around. Thank you all so very much. Thank you.